Hey, what's going on? This is LA, a city that has been on top of nearly every trend. That being said, it has definitely gone through its share of changes over the years. We could see the previous Kodak Theater and the Virgin Megastore, both relics of the past. And speaking of which, here in Pasadena, Bed Bath & Beyond has also moved a little beyond its time. And here in Anaheim, Disneyland's once people mover ride became the Rocket Rods, and even that now is a blast from the past. Thankfully, Star Wars hasn't been forced out of the culture here yet, nor its fun, quirky folks. Now, Sephora has defied time. However, Limited Express, and in this photo, just Express, well, they may be struggling for survival, as you can see in that Sephora sign. Because when's the last time that you've really shopped at an Express? Yeah, no wonder why they're called the Limited.
You damn right it's limited. No cup holder, no back seat. Oh, damn.
Yes, good old bad boys, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. By the way, I hope none of you get slapped with a speeding ticket. If they do, in fact, enforce speed by aircraft, if anyone has any knowledge or experience with that, feel free to drop a comment below. Oh, and let me introduce to you some of these changes here in Disneyland. So I definitely will not spoil anything for you guys, but they have some cool updates to even the OG rides. And I just love the new addition of Galaxy's Edge to Disneyland Park, because this adds a whole nother dimension of what is possible and just takes you to literally a whole new world that even Aladdin couldn't do. So here's a photo that I took in 1994. Gotta love that beautiful double exposure of the StarJets above the People Mover ride. So the StarJets ended up becoming the Astro Orbiter, and the People Mover became this ride called Rocket Rods that would always break down because they took this slow ride and tried to convert it into a fast ride. But that's okay, because now in 2024, almost 30 years after I took that photo, now I get to experience the Astro Orbiter, which is absolutely stunning when you ride this at night. I heard that the monorail here might still be single. And did you know that the old Submarine Voyage is now a Finding Nemo ride? Still kind of fun, feeling like you're diving out in the water, although it was kind of a trip suddenly be able to see these cartoons of, is that Dory? I still love it. I mean, you just gotta suspend your disbelief and roll with it. Oh, and be sure to roll through Autopia. So this ride has still been around since I visited in the 90s too, and it's kind of cool looking back at these photos of that color. I love the teal colors, the marine color. I think there's even an orange back there. Right now, there's still gasoline. We'll see if they convert to electric. But until then, I'm gonna ride these into the sunset. Once upon a time, there was not a California Adventure, but it was just all Disneyland Park. But I guess they took a page out of the Disney World playbook, and now they have a park hopper between the two. If you thought this phone looked ancient, at least it's got buttons. Back, we used to have rotary phones, and we also used to play chess as a form of entertainment. It may be 2024 now, but they are still always on the construction out here in LA. Let me take you through a little stroll down Santa Monica, and here we have our first exhibit, a Smart and Final sign claiming to be the OG in grocery, which, yes, they have been in LA since 1871, but I still don't recall them being in many core memories. But hey, they got a new Mimi ice cream shop about to open up, so that should provide some good times. And if that fails, well, you still got a cabaret, the bar, the billiard club, and hey, even a Papa John's if you need to grab a pizza on the way home. Let's see, moving along. Oh, they even have this billboard for Hoffy dogs, which I just found out that LA consumes a almost unhealthy amount of hot dogs each year, and Hoffy has been around for a long time making their hot dogs. And even Total Wine claiming to offer the lowest prices in California, but keep in mind, maybe not the US. And of course, there's gotta be a Mickey D's everywhere you go, and their Coke just hits so much better than anywhere else. That Ross, by the way, might be one of the fanciest I've seen. Oh, they got a Ralph's, which Must be a SoCal thing because I've been noticing quite a bit of Ralphs around here in the LA area. We have, I think, Rayleigh's here in the Bay Area. Then they got a little promo plug for the Bachelorette. Maybe they're filming it out here. And hey, maybe someone could take her out to the new Mimi ice cream or the Total Wine. No need to whine about the traffic though, because it's been part of the daily grind since like forever, LA. Wow, it's been a while seeing Volvo station wagons, that minivan, and even cars look like that. Probably because they're still stuck at that intersection. Alright, let's dash on through here and tell you about the buses, which are the way better way of getting around LA. We even have this bus from the 2000s, and you can see this older looking colors with the AM radio sign. You know, I bet there's some Gen Zers out there that are like, isn't the AM supposed to come after the time? But one thing that I think all generations can agree, again, is that the bus is the way better way of getting to places like Griffith Observatory. You know, this spot is actually great if you are a science geek like myself, or for anyone that wants to take a family or a date to see the views of the LA skyline. But then again, are you really out here in LA for the skyline? Because I think where it's at is the ocean, going to the beach, and this is a Santa Monica Pier right over here. Didn't mean to rhyme. And this is just one of the many places in the LA area that you can enjoy the warmth of the Pacific Ocean. The sand is just marvelous. We've even got some waves crashing if you just want to just look at the ocean. Like, I can't swim, so no. I am not going in that water. Sure, it's pleasant though. We have some palm trees here, but there's even this photo that I have of these people in this boat right over on the right side. Can you see that? I'm not sure if they even use boats like that anymore. And of course, LA has and had its many share of fine parks. Of course, you know, they're putting our taxes into fine use. Got some modern engineering of some fountains right over here with the LA skyline. It's probably the better of all the views, rather than my K-Swiss and collared shirt phase. Ugh, that was not a good phase. Bring it back over to Santa Monica, where that roller coaster was actually purchased from San Diego, and the carousel is part of a building that's listed in the National Register of Historical Places. Meanwhile, this Cisco truck should also be considered a historical monument, contributing enough smog for today's golden hour. This is the Palisades Park. This is right next to that Santa Monica beach, so they have a lot of food carts, dessert stands, elote stands. There's just something for everybody over here, and yeah, there's even homeless, which are totally chill. They're just struggling to survive like everyone else is. So please, no judgments in the comments. If you just want a place though to enjoy some food, and again, the beach is just right there, so you have a lot of great things within walking distance, including the 3rd Street Promenade, which is about 5 minutes into the town. And here in the 3rd Street Promenade, we have a future Blackpink 2 practicing their moves. And I like how there's even the shop owner like, what the heck is that? I'm all for it though. What I do think is hilarious are these like vomiting dinosaur structures. Yeah, that was an art plan not well thought out. And then out here towards the end of the promenade, we have a gelato shop that served this pistachio gelato. Yes, anything pistachio, take all my money. Ah yes, an all glass design on a hot day. Although I will say though, that's still a great design. I'm gonna show you Sears in a little bit, and whoa, that McDonald's is popping off over there. But yeah, let me show you this Sears as we go over here. Look at that old school font right there. Not sure if that Sears is still open though. All right, let's represent Pasadena. This is in 2006. Got an outdoor mall, and you even see there's still a Bose store, There's a children's place on the left. Comment if those are still there or not. And then in this photo, we'll see a Rubio's Grill, which I'm about those, although I don't see them as much anymore. In addition, I don't see that many more indoor malls. Obviously, this is an indoor mall here, and we'll actually see they just feel dated. Like even this Bath and Body Works on the left side, you see a A&F on the right. So definitely this feels like 90s, early 2000s. Kind of like Windows, and oh my gosh, is that Windows Vista? Like, I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a hologram or a glass of water, but someone please spill some water on that PC and put it out of its misery. Okay, could you imagine spending like, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 on rent or a mortgage to still live packed like sardines like this? I know, that is hella salty. But don't you just like the open air feel of these Academy Village apartments here in North Hollywood, where you can be right across from the theater? And also part of the rent package is you also get to be neighbors with the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, where no, there are no art classes or science classes. You just kind of have to wing it and hope for the best when trying to pursue your career here in acting in Hollywood. Good luck. I'm going to keep it real. I know that I'm probably not even going to stand a chance getting a parking attendant job out here. That is how competitive it is. But that's okay, because maybe I could just apply for a job here at these lofts or the post office. But I gotta give props where the props are due, and that is there are a lot of people still hustling on the streets, promoting their skills, talents, their music. So I hope that everyone has a chance to maybe get their own residency at a club, or at least, do some shows. For me, I'm just gonna be a tourist in LA. Like, I got no chance around any of the talented people out here in the city of LA. But maybe one day, maybe I could make a YouTube video or something. This is the Chinatown in Los Angeles, and it's probably the least inspiring Chinatown that I've visited anywhere in North America so far. So hopefully now in 2024 it's gotten a little bit busier, but there really wasn't that much to see back during this quick stop in 2006. And in contrast, Thai Town and Koreatown were poppin'. So this is in 2024. As you can see, they have a lot of restaurants. There's like a little temple right there. You can even see from here the Griffith Observatory. Remember that spot from earlier in the video? Not gonna lie, I kind of like the views from down here. And I also like the food down here too. This was on a Tuesday night. They had a Thai night market posted right next to this 99-cent store. They had a lot of local restaurants and cooks just coming out here and displaying their best of Thai street food. Skewers, yes please, take all my money. But I get it. For some of you guys, it's not your thing to eat on the streets, so they do have plenty of restaurants as well, and also some dessert places. They have this pretty quaint custard toast and Thai gelato shop. Very picturesque, beautiful front. And when you look at some of what they serve in those pictures, oh, decadent. We got a scoop of durian and a scoop of vanilla, although I will say, durian, not really my favorite thing. Hey, let's give some ovation to Hollywood and the Ovation Hollywood Shopping Center, which some of these stores may not actually be there anymore, or maybe they are. Got Skechers, so feel free to comment if some of these stores are still here or if they've been replaced. And despite all the changes out here, the Chinese theater is still a prominent feature out here in Hollywood. Speaking of Hollywood, there is still the Universal Studios theme park. And even though a lot of this is still here, I'm sure some of the brands have gone through some name changes, such as Starbucks Coffee, which nowadays, they're just called Starbucks. Here's actually a Disneyland menu. You can see all the different themed drinks they have that are not coffee anymore. And yo, Panda Express, it's always going to be known as Panda. But as far as the gourmet Chinese food, Yeah, that label might be a little subjective depending on what your mood is. And it seems here in 2024, a lot of people are in the mood for Chipotle. I think they're a little overrated, especially here in LA where the Mexican food is awesome. So yeah, this is Universal Studios circa 2000s. Even the streets and the hillside, it may have changed also over the years. So can't wait to see if this continues to evolve. Little biosphere dome right there. And speaking of history, a lot of these subway stations have a little bit of history and culture built inside of them as well. So when it comes to like art museums, I mean, don't sleep on the subway stations also. I mean, these are exhibits in their own. Pretty thoughtful planning. Look at these sculptures up here. They kind of remind me of insects made out of film reels. It just gives you the butterflies. Nah, just kidding. But I will say, it does make you nervous every time that you go to get gas and you look at the prices. And this is from Arco, yo. Like, this is like the cheap gas, too. Yeah, Arco and AM/PM are always going to be my jam. Although those prices, $5, it may not be cheap, but I still feel like I'm saving money when I go to Arco. I also like this little fruit stand that they had outside as well, especially on a hot day. This was a well-needed refreshment. So I'll spend the last few minutes of this video just kind of showing you some different parts of the city. Again, these are some videos of then and now. And depending on where you've lived or experienced in LA, you know, hopefully you can see some of the unique changes to this city. One thing that has never changed is this city's love of palm trees. This is actually beautiful. This is in Anaheim as we went from a grocery store back to our Anaheim hotel. Here in Midtown, it seems like people don't understand how four-way intersections work. Like, this person totally cut us off. But I have no complaints though, because I'm just glad that I'm not this person over here on the left. I mean, talk about some tight parallel parking. Also, a lot of people are pretty ballsy. Like, I don't know if I would take a scooter like this person on one of these major streets out here. Super tight, but I mean, this is one way of getting around the city. I mean, again, traffic here is just atrocious. So any way that you can find a way to get in and out, the better. I personally would prefer a bike. But yeah, pretty cool, like, to seeing all these shops as we go around here in Midtown. Yeah, I've noticed how many billboards they have for TV shows. So we have a Hulu show over on that billboard. 10 seconds later, here's another FX TV show promo. A lot of great billboards that you're gonna see everywhere. I don't even know what this is supposed to mean. Report every F-boy you know. But hey, we thriving. Let's keep going down. Let's see what other billboards. Oh, by the way, Dick Blick art materials. I'm happy that art's still a thing. Keep going down. Reasonable Doubt. I might have my doubts why they have to advertise that. Let's see. Oh, and then, well, of course, Nelson Mandela, just awesome guy. And keep going down. Ooh, we have a 2-for-1. 2 different billboards for TV shows and movies. So, yeah, welcome to, I guess, the entertainment capital of the world, Hollywood, where you cannot drive 10 seconds without seeing a billboard for another TV show or movie. Oh yeah, and of course some legal and law billboards right there in the yellow, because in 2024, everyone's got to sue somebody. One more look at these palm trees. Like, these things are amazing. And imagine the skill and the guts that you have to be able to actually climb up and clean and trim these. Like, those have got to be the true heroes of LA, who are brave enough to go up there to maintain those trees. So they are tall. So out here in Midtown, we also have a really growing Korean presence with all their Korean restaurants and shops. So, you know, LA is really the dining mecca of the world. And yeah, I'm gonna use some fancy words. Ooh, mecca. But for real though, like whether you like, Mexican food, Asian food, American food, I mean, I think, in my opinion, LA is one of the best places in the world for food. We'll wrap it up here, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and hope I see you back for another video. Take care.